DxD again. Today I'm here to do another anime review, and this anime review is about High School DxD BorN Episode 2, or High School DxD Season 3 Episode 2. Now, this episode, mostly it focused around the training of Reese Gremory's family, technically. That's what you call the devil. That's what you call the pacts between these devils. They're classified as the family. But we have seen the mostly this episode is basically focused around training, to learn how to orderly control their powers and, well, defeat against, you know, the white dragon. I think his name. I'm trying to remember his name. The Welsh dragon is what Issei has. Trying to remember the other name for it. Fuck it, I forgot the name. But basically, it's against the white dragon. Basically, there's an army involved around the this white dragon guy. This white dragon guy user, should we say? He's not a white dragon, just the guy who has the secret gear of a white dragon, which is Issei is supposed to be an arch nemesis to him. In other words, they're both enemies for thousands of millions of years, because every time you get the Welsh and every time the white and red dragon come alive and two people inherit those secret gears, they are arch enemies. They automatically become arch enemies. They always have to fight. But also, it seems like in this situation they have an army. Like they have like a army involved, so they all have power, so they can fight them. And basically, that's what most of this episode about. And we also find out that Konako, we find out her past and how she became a devil. Yes, we found out how Konako also becomes a devil in this episode. In it, we found out that Konako is one of those ancient cat spirits. One of those ancient cat spirits. I can't really say the name, because the name of it, I don't know how we could say the name, so I don't want to butcher it. I don't want to mess it up, so I'm not going to say name. But it seems like in Japanese cultural and legends, they're supposed to be two spiritual cats that they both lost their family and parents, end up being strays. In this one, it seems like we found out that Konako and her big sister, because we found out they're cat spirits, we found out they got brought up by a devil, or a demon, which way you prefer, because technically, my religion, Christianity, when we hear the word devil, we only hear the devil, the devil who rules over hell, the one who's the arch nemesis to our God. That's what we usually think about devil. And the word I mean by devil in this anime, we usually call as demons. We usually call them as demons. But in this situation, both devil means divine one, but means demons. It means demons. And if you want to separate devil, well, our devil, as the ruler, you usually call them Satan. So, but in it, we find out Konako and her sister got picked up by another devil. Raised, and the big sister end up getting the powers of the devil. And sooner or later, the big sister ends up getting corrupt by this devil power she's been given. Yes, she gets corrupt, and she ends up killing her master. Yeah, she ends up killing her master. So she became a rogue demon, a rogue devil. The fear of Konako turned like that. The other devils try to exterminate her, but Reese Grimry's brother, we know, who's the ruler of devils, protected, technically, Konako, and put her into his family, and technically turned her into a devil, and made her become, not forced, seems like it's not forced, but made her to go into Reese Grimry's family, become one of Reese Grimry's servants, you can call them, or devils, become one of Reese Grimry's devils, and we found, and basically that's how she became one of the devils of Reese Grimry. And it seems like this episode was mostly focused around the training and the history behind Konako and her sister. And at the end of the episode, at the end of the episode, we find Konako interacting with her sister after she seems like she sensed, because it seems like cats have good senses, and they just maybe sense their own kind around. So she must have, to me, I think she must have sensed her sister, and she ran after her, because it seems like they had a deep bond. Both her and sister had a deep bond, because they were the only people they had before they met the devils. So you might guess they all automatically go running for it. And Konako doesn't want the way it looked like to me, that Konako didn't want to believe that her own sister is corrupt and will cause death, destruction. She couldn't believe that it is. That's what it looked like. That's what I looked like to me. I might be wrong, but yeah, mostly that's what this episode, and that ended with that, and cliffhanger, just a lesser cliffhanger. In this episode, not much fan service, hardly much fan service at all in this anime, in this episode, which is rare, like rare for High School DxD. I mean, literally rare. I mean, there was a bit of fan service, but hardly. Whoa! I'm actually being shocked that hardly much fan service got put into High School DxD BorN of the second episode. I was expecting more. The only time I saw the fan service, much fan service, was proper fan service was Issei having the fantasization of 50 maids naked around his naked body. That was fan service. And also, when he's about to wake up from being asleep, he found Xerxes, Exornus, I think I say name. I might be wrong. Like I said, I'm not very good with names, but Exornus in a position where her pajamas, she's wearing a dress, of course. I think she's wearing a dress. She's wearing a dress. She was like upside down. Well, not probably upside down, but like, on the bed. She supposed to usually have your body, you put your head on the pillow. Well, in her sleep, she must have spun around and then put her bare legs around Issei's, around this part of his, like around around the neck area, but of course unconsciously. But with her seems like her dress, like lift up to her, like roughly around this area, like around her breast area. Her tie dress lift up to around that area. So, and really, that was the only time you really got to see any fan service, because unless you include the break scenes in some anime, in quite a bit of anime, they're supposed to be on TV in Japan. Yes, they're supposed to be on TV in Japan. So technically, as a technically anime that are designed to be on TV, you expect breaks. You know, adverts to come up, which you usually expect to see on TV. So, to make sure they know they're on a break, they're on a, about to go to adverts, they put the, taken on the break sign, and that's when they usually add the fan service. And in High School DxD, they add, like, high quality fan service images of at most two of the female characters. And maybe near the end of the series might include Issei being held by two of the girls of the anime. Basically, that's what we got shown in this episode, and that's really only 3 times. Like, only 3 times. Only 3 scenes that had fan service. Only 3. The way the episode looked to me, there was only 3 times. There was only 3 times we saw fan service. Only 3. And like I said, that is a... Whoa! Unexpected... unexpected for this anime, because... To me, I think that... I already told you guys that High School DxD is a highly perverted, mature, fan service-based anime. So that means you expect tons of fan service, sexual content in every episode. Like, tons. In at least every single scene you might expect fan service. Fan service. In this episode? No. Only 3 times fan service came up. Like, only 3. Which, I think, whoa! That is a lot of fan service they took it out of High School DxD. Cause, come on! Compared to episode 1 of High School DxD BorN and this episode, episode 2 of High School DxD BorN, look at the fan service of High School DxD BorN episode 1 and High School DxD BorN episode 2. Compare those episodes. If you know, look, episode 1, you notice a ton amount of fan service. But with episode 2 of High School DxD BorN, whoa, a lot of fan service cut out, which that was actually a shock thing. I didn't expect that to happen. I was expecting more fan service, and also this fan service they showed in this episode wasn't that, how to put it, impacted, how you could put it, because usually if you guys see my live reaction with High School DxD BorN episode 1, you know my reaction to fan service when I see fan service. Guess what? I didn't get that reaction to the fan service. And you guys know, because when I usually see fan service, I usually get hyped up and, well, I usually get really jumpy, because I guess I do this to release my embarrassment, because to me, I do feel, every time I see fan service, I like it, but I don't really want to admit, technically, I like it. But I'm an honest person, and I really prefer to admit everything I do. I don't like telling lies or anything. So, of course, the only way I can do this without feeling too bad, doesn't feel too embarrassing, I just show a reaction. I just show a reaction to how I act to it. So, yeah. But in this episode, it didn't give me that reaction, because the fan service wasn't that powerful enough to make me do that. Wasn't that big of a deal. You can actually call this reasonable. You could actually call this a reasonable, alright episode. Nothing too bad, and you can even let people maybe a bit younger to watch it. But not too young, of course, because still, it's... First off, the entire series is still a perverted anime, but also, that in this, if this episode was part of a series that's not too perverted, look, it'd be alright for 12-year-olds and around 12 people who are 12 could watch this episode. Someone 12 years old could watch this. I'm just saying that 12-year-old could watch this episode. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. So enough to me, I think, yeah, definitely not gonna have a 12-year-old watch this. But this episode was alright. The fan service was cut down quite a bit, which is hardly unexpected. And yeah, that's the only thing that shocked me about this episode, because the fan service was cut. A lot of fan service was cut out. And when I mean cut out, it didn't show much at all. Only 3 times. But in the proper episode, if you only include the main scenes, not the take a break scenes, for the adverts, I would say there's only 2 main fan service scenes. Only 2 main fan service scenes in this episode. And I don't really care, because really, I just really care most about the story. I just care most about the story in this anime, because it's got a really interesting story, by the way. If I haven't said, I say that a lot, but still, interesting story. But mostly that's what shocked me. But the animation. Now let's go to the animation. The animation, well, before I say that, that's quite long. It's one of my longest reviews, seems like it. But anyway, the animation, solid as ever. Always has good animation as always. I would say they could have bumped up more in the animation when Issei, not fighting back, but try to dodge against the dragon's teaching, because I feel like there was more potential in that scene. So they could have developed his animation dodging better, make it look more impact, and make you want to go on my chair and fight along with it. The animation was still good. I mean, it was still good, but they could have pumped it up a bit to make it feel like you could be then dodging those attacks. That's what I feel like. They should have done that. To me, I think they should have done that, but that's the only problem I have with the animation in this anime. But really, the animation itself is solid as ever. Solid as ever. Good animation. Good animation. Most that's what I have to say today, guys. So, I hope you guys like this review. If you guys want to come on the channel Anime Fans today, if you guys want to send me fan mail, go in my description below. My address is there. You guys can send me anything. And, yeah. I hope you guys like it. Comment, like, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys!